The rain had been falling for hours over the glowing skyline of Arlington City. From the 23rd floor of a glass tower, the streets below looked like rivers of light, headlights sliding slowly through the dark like restless fireflies. Inside apartment 2308, Elena Ward sat alone at the kitchen table. The digital clock on the microwave blinked 1:42 a.m. She hadn't slept. Again. A cup of coffee had gone cold beside her untouched hand. Her eyes remained fixed on the dark window, where the reflection of the city mixed with her own pale, exhausted face. Her husband still wasn't home. But Elena wasn't worried. She already knew where he was. And more importantly, who he was with. 3 years ago, when she had married Daniel Ward, she believed she had married a man with ambition and vision. Daniel was charming, confident, and incredibly persuasive. A rising investment broker at one of the city's fastest-growing financial firms. He used to tell people a story about himself. A poor boy from nothing who built his future through intelligence and hard work. People loved that story. Investors trusted it. And Elena once believed it too. Now she knew the truth. Daniel didn't build success. He performed it. Every expensive suit, every luxury dinner, every confident speech, it was all part of a carefully designed image. But behind that image, something far uglier existed. Greed. And arrogance. Elena learned that slowly. Painfully. The first time Daniel stayed out all night, he blamed a late client meeting. The second time, he blamed travel. By the third month, he stopped offering excuses altogether. Instead, he offered insults. "You worry too much," he once told her with a careless smile. "You should be grateful for the lifestyle I give you." Those words had echoed in Elena's mind for months. Grateful. As if her existence in his life was some kind of privilege he granted. As if the apartment they lived in, the one she had paid half the down payment for, belonged to him alone. The front door suddenly slammed open. Daniel walked in laughing loudly while scrolling through his phone. His dark designer coat was wet from the rain, but his expression was glowing with drunken confidence. "Elena," he called casually. He stepped into the kitchen and stopped. She was sitting there, watching him. The quietness of the room seemed to irritate him immediately. "What?" he said sharply. Elena slowly lifted her eyes. "I was waiting." Daniel scoffed and walked past her toward the fridge. "You need a hobby," he muttered. He grabbed a bottle of sparkling water and drank directly from it. Elena noticed the lipstick stain on his collar. Not her shade. Not even close. She felt the familiar stab in her chest. But she didn't cry. She didn't argue. She had done both before. Neither had changed anything. Daniel leaned against the counter and smirked. "You look miserable," he said. "Maybe if you spent less time sitting around and more time working like I do, you wouldn't be so bitter." Elena folded her hands quietly on the table. She had once been an analyst at a major logistics firm before Daniel convinced her to quit. "You don't need to work," he told her then. "I earn enough for both of us." She had believed that too. Now she understood the real reason. Dependence. Daniel liked control. And control required someone weaker. Or at least someone he believed was weaker. What he didn't realize was that Elena had spent the last 4 months quietly rebuilding her independence. The job he thought she quit forever? She had quietly reconnected with her former company. And they had offered her something unexpected. A promotion. But Elena had not accepted yet. Not until she finished something else first. Daniel finished his drink and tossed the empty bottle into the trash. "You know what's funny?" he said casually. Elena didn't answer. "You used to be interesting," he continued. "Now you're just background noise." He walked toward the bedroom, loosening his tie. Elena remained seated, her face calm. But inside her mind, a completely different storm was moving. Because tonight, something important had finally happened. 2 hours earlier, while Daniel was out celebrating with his mistress, Elena had been sitting in this exact chair with her laptop open. And on that laptop was a folder. A folder filled with documents, financial statements, email copies, private transaction records. Proof that Daniel had been secretly moving client investment funds into unauthorized accounts. He believed no one would notice. But Elena had noticed everything. At first it shocked her. Then it terrified her. But after that, it gave her an idea. Daniel believed he controlled everything in their life. Money, status, security. But Daniel had made a fatal mistake. He had trusted the wrong person with access to his secrets. His wife. And Elena Ward was no longer the silent woman he believed her to be. She slowly stood up and walked toward the window. The rain had stopped. The city lights were shining brighter now. Somewhere in another part of the city, a corporate investigation had already begun. An investigation triggered by a single anonymous report. Inside that report, every piece of evidence Daniel believed he had hidden forever. Elena took a deep breath. For months she had wondered if she would actually go through with it. If she had the courage. Now the decision was already made. Daniel didn't know it yet. But the life he was so proud of was already collapsing. And by the time he realized it, there would be nothing left to save. Elena turned off the kitchen light and walked quietly toward the bedroom. Behind her, the city continued to glow peacefully. But somewhere far away in a glass office building, a group of auditors had just opened a file that would destroy Daniel Ward's career. And this time, Elena was no longer waiting. She was simply watching the fall begin. The next morning arrived quietly, as if nothing in the world had changed. But everything had. Sunlight slipped through the wide glass windows of apartment 2308, painting soft gold lines across the living room floor. Elena was already awake. In fact, she had barely slept at all. She stood in the kitchen making coffee, moving with slow, calm precision. Her phone lay beside the coffee maker. At 7:12 a.m., it vibrated. A single email notification appeared on the screen. Subject: Confirmation received. Elena read the short message carefully. Your report has been successfully received by the Internal Compliance Division. The investigation process has officially begun. Thank you for your cooperation. She stared at the message for a moment. No smile appeared on her face. No anger either. Only quiet certainty. Across the apartment, Daniel was still asleep, sprawled across the bed like a man who believed the world belonged to him. Last night he had passed out almost immediately after collapsing into the mattress, smelling of whiskey and someone else's perfume. Elena took a slow sip of coffee. Today was the first day of the end. At 9:30 a.m., Daniel Ward walked confidently into the glass headquarters of Arden Financial Group. The lobby buzzed with activity as usual. Executives hurried past carrying briefcases. Assistants answered phones behind polished marble desks. Everything looked exactly as it always did. But Daniel noticed something strange almost immediately. People were looking at him. Not casually. Carefully. Two junior analysts near the elevator whispered to each other as he passed. Daniel frowned. What's their problem? He muttered to himself. He straightened his expensive navy suit and stepped into the elevator. By the time he reached the 20th floor, the uneasy feeling in his chest had grown heavier. The doors opened, and three men were standing directly outside his office. Two of them were security guards. The third man wore a dark grey suit and held a tablet. Daniel slowed down. What's going on? He asked. The man in the suit looked up. Mr. Ward. Yes. I'm Thomas Hargrove from the compliance department. Daniel blinked. Compliance? Okay, he said slowly. We need you to come with us for a few questions. Daniel laughed lightly. What is this about? Internal financial review. Daniel's smile faded. That sounds serious. It is. The security guards stepped closer. Not aggressively, but firmly enough to remove any doubt. Daniel's stomach tightened. Fine, he said stiffly. He followed them down the hallway toward the conference rooms. As they passed the open office area, he noticed something disturbing. Everyone had stopped working. They were watching. The conference room door closed behind him with a heavy click. Inside sat Adrian Keller, the senior partner of Arden Financial Group. Adrian was a tall, coal-faced man in his late 50s with steel grey hair and an intimidating reputation. He didn't greet Daniel. He simply looked at him. Hard. Daniel forced a confident smile. Adrian, what's all this about? Adrian slid a folder across the table. Sit down. Daniel sat. His hands suddenly felt slightly unsteady. Adrian opened the folder. Inside were printed documents. Bank transfer records. Daniel recognized them instantly. His heart skipped. This morning, Adrian said slowly, our compliance department received a detailed anonymous report. Daniel stayed silent. Adrian continued. The report claims you moved several client investment funds into unauthorized holding accounts. Daniel immediately shook his head. That's ridiculous. Is it? Adrian turned the folder around. Daniel's breath caught in his throat. The documents were exact copies of his hidden transfers. Every one of them. Dates. Amounts. Account numbers. How did you get this? Daniel whispered. That's not the important question. Adrian leaned forward. The important question is whether you intend to explain yourself. Daniel's mind raced. Think. Think fast. These are temporary transfers, he said quickly. Part of a short-term investment strategy. Without company approval? I was planning to present the full plan later. Adrian's eyes hardened. You were planning to steal money and explain later. Daniel's face flushed. That's not what I said. Adrian flipped another page. $3 million moved over 6 months. Daniel swallowed. High return opportunity. Adrian slammed the folder shut. You arrogant idiot. The words exploded across the room. You risked our firm's reputation for a gambling scheme. Daniel's voice rose. I was going to triple the returns. And if it failed? Daniel didn't answer. Adrian stood slowly. You are suspended effective immediately. Daniel jumped up. You can't do that. Security will escort you out. You don't even know if these accusations are real. Adrian stared at him coldly. We will know soon enough. Then he added one more sentence. And when we do, your career will be over. Across the city, Elena stepped out of a quiet office building. She had just finished a meeting with her former company, Vanguard Logistics. Her old boss, Margaret Lynn, had greeted her warmly. Elena, Margaret said, we never should have let you leave. They discussed her return. A new position. Senior Operations Director. A higher salary. More responsibility. A fresh start. Margaret noticed the calm seriousness in Elena's expression. You're sure about this? She asked gently. Elena nodded. Yes. Margaret studied her for a moment. You've changed. Elena smiled faintly. Life has a way of teaching things. They finalized the offer. Elena accepted. Her new job would begin in 2 weeks. When she left the building, she checked her phone. There were 6 missed calls. All from Daniel. She didn't call back. Daniel sat alone in his car outside the office building. His hands trembled on the steering wheel. His phone buzzed. Unknown number. He answered. Mr. Ward, a calm voice said, this is the Financial Regulatory Office. We would like to discuss several transactions connected to your accounts. Daniel's heart began pounding. This wasn't just an internal investigation anymore. It was spreading fast. And suddenly, for the first time in years, Daniel Ward felt something unfamiliar. Fear. That night, Daniel returned home late. The apartment lights were on. Elena sat on the balcony reading a book. She looked peaceful. Daniel stormed inside. Did you report me? He demanded. Elena slowly closed the book. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't lie. His voice echoed through the apartment. Someone sent documents to my firm. Elena met his eyes calmly. Then someone must have known the truth. Daniel stared at her. Something about her composure unsettled him. You think this is funny? He said bitterly. If I go down, you go down too. Elena stood up. No, she said quietly. Not this time. Daniel felt a chill run down his spine. For the first time in their marriage, he realized something terrifying. Elena wasn't afraid of him anymore. And somewhere deep inside, a new suspicion began to grow. What if she had planned this? The investigation moved faster than Daniel expected. In less than 48 hours, the quiet whispers inside Arden Financial Group had turned into open rumors. Every employee in the building now knew something serious was happening. Daniel stayed home the next day, pacing the apartment like a trapped animal. His phone kept ringing. Compliance officers. Unknown numbers. Emails from the legal department. Every message sounded colder than the last. At 11:30 a.m., a new email arrived. Subject: Immediate termination notice. Daniel opened it with shaking hands. Mr. Daniel Ward. Following a preliminary investigation into financial misconduct involving unauthorized client fund transfers, your employment with Arden Financial Group is hereby terminated effective immediately. Further legal review is underway. You are instructed not to contact clients, employees, or company representatives without legal authorization. Daniel stared at the screen in disbelief. Fired. Just like that. 3 years of building his reputation, gone in a single message. He slammed the laptop shut. This is insane, he muttered. They can't prove anything. But deep inside, he knew they could. Because the evidence existed. And someone had given it to them. Daniel grabbed his phone and dialed Vanessa. Vanessa Cole. The woman he had been secretly seeing for almost a year. She answered after several rings. Daniel, she said sleepily. Vanessa, we need to talk. What's wrong? Daniel hesitated. His voice dropped. I lost my job. There was a long silence. Then Vanessa spoke again. What do you mean lost? They're accusing me of financial misconduct. It's temporary. I'll fix it. Another pause. This one felt different. Uncomfortable. Finally she sighed. Daniel, that sounds serious. It's nothing. Just office politics. Are you being investigated? Daniel swallowed. Technically, yes. Vanessa's tone changed immediately. Off. Daniel felt his chest tighten. Och, he repeated. Yes, off. Her voice had become distant. Cold. Vanessa, Daniel said quickly, I might need to stay at your place for a few days while I sort this out. Another silence. Longer this time. Then she said something that felt like a knife sliding between his ribs. I don't think that's a good idea. Daniel blinked. What? You said yourself it could become a legal issue. So, I work in marketing for a major brand, Daniel. I can't be connected to a financial scandal. You're joking. I'm being realistic. Daniel's voice rose. After everything I've done for you. Vanessa laughed softly. You bought me gifts, Daniel. That was part of the arrangement. Arrangement? Yes. You enjoyed my company, I enjoyed your lifestyle. Daniel's face turned pale. You said you loved me. I said many things, she replied calmly. But love and stability are different. Daniel's hand trembled around the phone. So you're just leaving? Vanessa didn't hesitate. You don't have money anymore. You don't have status. She paused. And honestly, without those things, you're not very interesting. The line went silent. She had hung up. Daniel slowly lowered the phone. For the first time in years, the apartment felt painfully empty. Across town, Elena sat in a small law office. Across the desk sat Jonathan Blake, a respected divorce attorney known for his calm but ruthless legal strategies. He reviewed the documents she had brought. Financial statements, mortgage records, joint account information. After several minutes, he leaned back in his chair. You've prepared this extremely well, he said. Elena nodded. I had time. Jonathan tabbed one document. Your husband's misconduct actually works in your favor. How? It weakens his financial credibility. He explained carefully. If the court determines that his actions created financial risk, you could claim majority ownership of the marital assets. Elena listened quietly. Which means, she asked. The apartment will likely be sold, and you will receive the majority of the proceeds. Elena looked out the window. The apartment Daniel believed controlled her life would soon be gone. Jonathan continued. We can also file for immediate asset separation. Do it, Elena said calmly. Jonathan studied her for a moment. You're remarkably composed. Elena answered simply. I've been preparing for this for months. The confrontation. That evening Daniel returned home again. He looked different now. His suit was wrinkled. His hair messy. His confidence gone. Elena was sitting at the dining table reviewing paperwork. Daniel walked in slowly. "You knew?" he said. Elena looked up. "Knew what?" "You knew about the investigation?" She didn't answer. "You reported me," he continued. His voice trembled with anger. "You destroyed my career." Elena closed the folder in front of her. "No, Daniel. You destroyed it yourself." Daniel laughed bitterly. "You think you're clever." Elena slid a set of papers across the table. "What's this?" he asked. "Divorce documents." Daniel stared at them. "You're serious?" "Yes." "You can't do this." "I already did." Daniel grabbed the papers. "You need me." Elena shook her head slowly. "No. You quit your job years ago." Elena's eyes met his. "I start a new one in 2 weeks." Daniel froze. "What?" "Senior Operations Director at Vanguard Logistics." The words hit him like a punch. "You're lying." "I'm not." Daniel felt the ground shifting under his feet. "How long have you been planning this?" he whispered. Elena stood up. "Long enough to know I deserve better." Daniel slammed his fist on the table. "You ruined everything." Elena looked at him calmly. "No. You simply underestimated the wrong person." She walked past him toward the bedroom. And for the first time, Daniel felt truly powerless. Daniel Ward had never imagined his life could collapse so quickly. Just a week ago, he had been walking into luxury offices, shaking hands with powerful investors, and drinking expensive whiskey in elite restaurants. Now he was sitting alone in a small cafe, staring at a laptop screen filled with rejection emails. Every company he applied to had given the same response. "After reviewing your background, we regret to inform you." Daniel slammed the laptop shut. "They can't blacklist me," he muttered angrily. But they already had. The financial industry was smaller than people thought. News traveled fast, and scandals traveled even faster. Everyone knew about the investigation. No one wanted to hire a man who might soon face legal charges. Daniel rubbed his temples in frustration. Across the city, Elena's life was moving in the opposite direction. The first day at Vanguard Logistics felt strangely peaceful. Elena walked through the glass entrance with calm confidence. Employees greeted her politely. Some recognized her from her previous years at the company. Margaret Lynn met her in the hallway with a warm smile. "Welcome back," she said. Elena returned the smile. "It feels good to be here again." Margaret led her toward her new office. It was larger than her previous workspace, with wide windows overlooking the busy city streets. "This is yours now," Margaret said. Elena stepped inside. For the first time in a long time, she felt something unfamiliar. Freedom. No shouting voices. No late-night arguments. No lies. Just silence and opportunity. Margaret handed her a folder. "Your first project begins next week," she explained. Elena nodded. "I'm ready." Margaret studied her carefully. "You seem stronger than the last time you worked here." Elena thought for a moment. Sometimes life forces you to grow. Daniel's last asset. 2 weeks later, the court hearing arrived. Daniel sat beside his lawyer inside a quiet courtroom. Elena sat across the room with her attorney, Jonathan Blake. The judge reviewed the financial documents carefully. Then she spoke. Due to the financial misconduct investigation involving Mr. Ward, the court finds that the marital property must be divided under protective review. Daniel's stomach tightened. The judge continued. The apartment will be sold, and 70% of the proceeds will go to Mrs. Ward. Daniel shot up from his chair. That's ridiculous. The judge looked at him sharply. Sit down, Mr. Ward. He slowly sat again, his face burning with humiliation. The judge finished calmly. The divorce is granted. Just like that. 5 years of marriage ended in less than 10 minutes. When the hearing finished, Eleanor walked past Daniel toward the exit. He stood up suddenly. Eleanor. She stopped. But she didn't turn around. You planned all this, he said bitterly. Eleanor finally faced him. You had every chance to choose a different path. Daniel laughed angrily. You destroyed my life. Eleanor's voice remained calm. No. You simply believed I would stay silent forever. Then she walked away. This time. For good. 3 months later, Daniel was living in a cheap apartment on the edge of the city. Most of his savings had disappeared paying legal fees. His reputation was gone. His career was gone. Even his friends had stopped calling. One evening he sat on the worn couch watching the news absent-mindedly. A business segment appeared on the screen. Today we highlight one of the rising leaders in logistics innovation. The screen showed a familiar face. Eleanor. She was standing confidently in a modern office, speaking during an interview. Success, she said calmly to the reporter, comes from resilience and integrity. Daniel stared at the television in silence. The woman he once believed he controlled was now building a life far beyond him. And there was nothing he could do to change it. He slowly turned off the TV. The room fell silent. For the first time, Daniel understood something he had never believed before. Power doesn't always belong to the loudest person in the room. Sometimes it belongs to the quiet one who waits. 6 months had passed since the divorce. Winter had arrived in Arlington City, covering the streets with a quiet layer of cold grey mist. The city lights looked softer now, reflecting across the frozen sidewalks and tall glass buildings. For Daniel Ward, time had not brought recovery. It had only brought reality. His life had shrunk into something small and unrecognizable. The expensive suits were gone, sold one by one to pay rent. The luxury watch he once showed off at business dinners now sat in a pawn shop display case somewhere across town. His phone almost never rang anymore. And when it did, it was usually a bill collector. Daniel sat alone in his small apartment staring at the window. Outside, people walked quickly through the cold night, busy with their own lives. None of them knew who he used to be. And none of them cared. The unexpected news. One afternoon Daniel received a letter. Not an email. A physical envelope. Inside was a short legal notice. The financial investigation had finally ended. The authorities had decided not to press criminal charges due to lack of complete evidence. However, the report concluded that Daniel had engaged in unethical financial behavior, which meant something worse for him. He would never work in the financial industry again. Daniel dropped the letter onto the table. His last door had officially closed. Across the city, Eleanor stood in front of a large audience inside a modern conference hall. A banner behind her read, Global Logistics Innovation Summit. Executives, investors, and industry leaders filled the room. Elena walked onto the stage calmly. 6 months earlier, she had started her new position at Vanguard Logistics. In that short time, she had already led to major projects that significantly improved the company's international operations. People respected her ideas. They trusted her leadership. Most importantly, they respected her integrity. The host smiled as he introduced her. Please welcome Senior Operations Director, Elena Ward. The audience applauded. Elena stepped up to the microphone. For a moment she looked across the room. Bright lights. Hundreds of people listening. A completely different world from the quiet kitchen table where her story had started. She began speaking. Success, she said calmly, is often misunderstood. The room grew quiet. Many people think success comes from power, money, or control. She paused briefly. But real success comes from something much simpler. Her voice remained steady. Respect, self-worth, and the courage to walk away from what no longer deserves you. The audience listened carefully. Some nodded. Some took notes. But none of them knew how deeply those words came from her own experience. When the speech ended, the room filled with applause. A few weeks later, Elena walked through a bookstore downtown. She enjoyed quiet places now. Simple places. While browsing a shelf, she suddenly heard a familiar voice behind her. Elena. She turned slowly. Daniel stood a few feet away. He looked older. More tired. His clothes were plain, his confidence gone. For a moment neither of them spoke. Finally Daniel sighed. You look different. Elena smiled faintly. I am. Daniel looked around awkwardly. I saw your interview on TV, he said. You're doing well. Yes, Elena replied calmly. Another silence passed between them. Then Daniel asked quietly. Do you ever regret it? Elena tilted her head slightly. Regret what? What happened between us? She thought about the question. Then she answered honestly. I regret believing you were someone you never were. Daniel looked down. That's fair. After a moment he nodded slowly. Well, I guess this is goodbye. Elena didn't stop him. Daniel turned and walked toward the exit of the bookstore. He didn't look back. And this time, Elena didn't watch him leave. Instead, she turned back to the bookshelf and picked up a novel she had been interested in. Her life had moved forward. There was no reason to return to the past. That evening Elena stood on the balcony of her new apartment. The city lights stretched endlessly across the horizon. But tonight, the silence felt peaceful. Not lonely. She remembered the nights she once spent waiting at the kitchen table. Waiting for apologies that never came. Waiting for respect that never existed. Now she understood something important. The quietest person in the room is not always the weakest. Sometimes, they are simply the one who sees everything clearly. And when the time finally comes, they walk away with everything that truly matters.